Oh, dang you, stupid display capture. Why? That should be better. Ooh, excuse me. Alright, I need to go in here real quick because I don't otherwise have a way of doing it. Find the right menu. Find the right menu? Somewhere? Uh, you better buy fuel. I didn't even realize at first how low those guys were getting on fuel. They've been running that field forever. Attacked width. I want every 90, always. Oh, hey, dummy.
Yeah.
If you're gonna use your steering wheel, it would help if you turned it on.
Yeah, that usually does.
Force feedback's kicking in now. If you start your wheel while it's in game. Alright, let me back down here. I just hope that my, meant to do that at the menu earlier. My joystick has been having weird calibrations when I first turn it on if I don't pay attention. I
Right.
guess we'll find out when I get into anything that uses loader controls. We shall find out. So I've already taken one load of canola off of this field. 600K.
One load, 600K.
When it gets to a 16x map, yes, I will go beyond with some of the values because transport. I really hope this guy filled his fuel up. Hired workers are supposed to buy the fuel, I said. Why are you not buying the fuel? Oh wait, that's right, it will only buy from that point forward. It's going to leave it low, but it's going to just continue to buy as he needs it. That's right. Took me a minute to remember that one. I love how you have your border listed as coming soon.
Mm-hmm. Same way as the fairgrounds.
Alright, somewhere over the rainbow is my other truck. Combine thing. Truck combine thingy. Yes, because words. Well, I managed to finish my cornfield. And the sunflower field, which is the really little one. Now I'm working on still finishing up contract 9. I did get contract 1 for sewing and finished that off. And I also did a spraying contract on Field 8. As a matter of fact, I was just getting a bunch of that equipment brought back. Down the little dirt track. I gotta paint this in better at some point. That'll be a slow time project.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm not in the middle of trying to harvest fields and I want to do a cut on all the grass, and I got enough other little projects to do at the moment.
Right.
How's it going, Viking Streaming? Welcome in. Alright, I have a moment to get the old 9RX back up to the farm. Well, downshift already. Picking up your daughter from work? Ah, right on, right on. Come on. Up the hill, please. Still got to get a wash bay set up and some other odds and ends like that, but I have been working on a little bit more of the stuff around the farm. Alright. You guys aren't blinking yet. That's fine. There we go. Picking up all the straw. I don't know what I'm going to do with all the straw when I've hit it picked up, but picking it all up.
Mm-hmm.
I leased the wrong truck when I did this. Come on. Oh, there it goes. Go empty the other guy out. Oh, what am I gonna put all that straw into? Alright, there's those emptied for now. Let's, while you're going that direction, unload you so you don't stop anytime soon. What's going on, Bodine? Not much? Well, that's not bad then, I guess, right? Oh, I just got a message over here. Oh, let me check. I think my server went down.
Uh-oh.
It did. Faye might have shut it down for my 7-day server, that is. There we go. How are you today? Morning. This the new map? It is the new map from Mr. Dave. Canyon Crossing. Might just dump it in a big pile in the yard, in the farmyard for a minute. Just the Platinum DLC, Veldian. The Platinum expansion, I should say. Yeah, so 600,000 liters when I turned it in was 27% of the contract transported. That feels massive. Oh, it was a little bit, just a little bit shy of 600K. I didn't wait for it to completely fill the truck. And then I did the unsmart thing of trying to drive down the back way. Yeah, no, take the road. Take the road. In my defense, I was trying to explore the map. That's what we're gonna call it. Yes, Bodhi. He does know that the enhanced animal got an update today because he was talking about it just a few minutes ago.
Yep, working on seeing what I gotta do.
So yeah, when I had this loaded up, I decided to try and take the truck down through here, figuring, oh, I'll just kind of come down along the rocks and I'll cut around and go this way. No, can't really go that way unless you go real tight through here. So I ended up dodging a bunch of boulders, rocks, trees, and everything else. Followed the field edge here, went through here and did that. And I'm like, yeah, you know, no, the road's easier and faster. I got so frickin' lost. So lost. Well, I definitely got lost. I'm like, well, it just looks like you could, you know, down the side and around the corner and you're in town instead of going all the way down around the port, up around and then up the road and nope. Nope. It's much faster to go on the road. This is true, Veldian. Uh, Doing a harvest contract on it, Vortex. Yeah. Canola. So at least it's, you know, not something that's crazy high yield like corn. Yeah, it sure is, Hectate. Yeah. How's it going, soft stuff? So I've gotten all of, from this side over harvested. Let's actually change it over to, there we go. Now you guys will see what I've actually got harvested. There we go. I've got, what, a third of it harvested. Looking forward to the new map? Yep, I'm sure there are a lot of people looking forward to the new map. But I did manage to get my 2 fields harvested. I've got my worker running through this oat field here. And I have been picking up straw. That'd be a big field. Be a field you would get if it had corn on it. Let the wife do it and let's bitch you up for 24 hours while she did it. Yeah, she would definitely do that. You might get a frying pan headed your way, Veldian. You might possibly meet a frying pan, the business end of it. Well, see, the fact that you said, well, not anymore, she's a woman. She can still be triggered to go to that stage. And if you were to plant corn in there and make her harvest it, yeah, she might do that. Point made right there. My wife has no idea what I'm talking about because she's got her headphones on, so she only caught part of it. And I said she could be triggered to do stuff like that, and my wife was about ready to throw a bottle at me. Case in point. Now she's flipping me off. See? Doesn't even have the full conversation, and she's already ready to resort to violence. To the barge water at this farm. I do, Vortex. I made myself a little off-ramp next to where the bridge goes. I keep hitting M for map. So the bridge is going to come across right here once it's built. I carved a little path down to the water right here. So I have access to the barge right here, and I can just barge over to the main shop, the main town as it is. Not even about her. She gonna get you for doing nothing. It's all your fault. Damn, you're good. Well, I just made a generalized comment towards women, and that's where she picked up on the conversation and was about ready to, you know, throw something at me. Now stop you right here for a minute. Let me grab this truck. That's coming back by. We will, once again, go empty it out so it doesn't stop for being full. Before we go jump back into the other truck. It's got a ways to go, but might as well empty it while we're right here. Alright, it should stop and finish unloading before it makes the corner. Perfect, it will. I need to get myself a fuel truck, I think. Or something for that. So, it is pretty decent, Bodine. Yeah, I was checking it out. Keymailer sent me a key for it. The art style's a little... I mean, it's not bad for sure. It's just a little different from what I was expecting when I first saw it. But I think it's got promise as a co-op game. It's pretty tough. Well, I say tough. It's just you're managing a lot of stuff going on when you're in single player, and I have a feeling the way they did it, you need at times to have some of the other characters around for their abilities. But yeah, I mean, it felt like a good game. And of course, with that said, I'm not really a first-person shooter type, which is what that's more of. It's more of just like a first-person shooter than it is like role-play type game. So I don't know how much I'll play it, but for those people that like those style games, yeah, I think they'd enjoy it. But I would kind of put it in the genre of like a Tomb Raider style game, but four-person co-op. And probably tweaked a little more towards the action side of it than the stealth side. That building I have. Oh, over here. Okay, chaff, grass, and hay. Maybe we're just going to make a big pile underneath this building for the time being. Until I decide what I'm going to do with all of it. Or maybe not. That's, gonna take way too much room. Yeah, I would consider Grand Theft Auto a first-person shooter. What am I gonna do with all this? I don't really have a storage spot for it right now. I don't have a baler. Hi, Kirsten. What can I do for you, kitty cat? Why are you not picking up those little bits? There we go. Perhaps that's what I'll do. I will, take this back to the main town. Nice new grain storage building today. Nice. And I think I'll bring that down to the barge. Go take it over to, like, the animal dealer or wherever will take that stuff. And I'll pick up a baler. So at least then if it's a pile of bales or whatever, I can just pile them up and they're a little easier to maintain. 6 or 8 bays. Oh, nice. The problem with straw is it's got such a big, you know, it takes up so much space for the volume. It's not very compact. Drive straight across the field. I mean, I could always put in that TMR mixing building, but it's kind of a moot point till you get cows. It's on Mod Hub if I want to check it out. There's more than one way to get to the Mod Hub, you know. Oh, this big grain shed? Yeah, I remember seeing something like that before in 19. Trailer pack looks decent. Nice to go back there. The lizard one. Oh yeah, I think they had this one in. Yeah, they had this one in 19. This one right there, Tim. How's it going there, Green Thumb? Yeah, that one looks pretty decent. I see 82 Studios Plow came out. Alright, where can we take straw? Animal dealer. A lot of volume to it, but now I kind of want to have like a variable variable size bale mod or something. You can't get the dolly to lock? Yeah, I'll be honest, I have no idea how you locked the dolly on that one. I thought it was like Y or something. Granted, on 19 I was using a PlayStation controller, so I don't know the controls. Revamp also got an update? I know David's seen the, I'll press X.
Yeah, it's just the update I've already had, but it wasn't released on ModHub. Pretty sure.
I was going to say the Mod Hub version was just saying installed when I came across it, and I'd seen the animal production one. But I didn't want to update anything, because, you know, bad.
Don't update.
Burp. See, I carved in a small boarding ramp for the barge. How you doing there, Heiko? Welcome in. Well, this is unfortunate. Parked in a bad spot. Alright, animal dealer. Getting pop-up folding is not allowed while the tool is attached to the attacher, to this attacher joint. Hmm. Alright, you can do that while I come grab this. close to empty. There it goes. Now you're gonna come give me a kiss for threatening to throw a bottle at me when you didn't even know what the hell I was talking about.
You were saying that women can be basically set off at any point, which is
You're a short redhead, am I wrong?
Stop generalizing me.
But I'm not wrong. I mean, as evidenced by the fact that you were about to throw a bottle at me for not even talking about you. Alright, there's that. Jump in you. And it's all your fault, Veldian? Yes, yes it is. Alright, balers. I usually go with this crone. No, not that version. This version. Arc lights, yes on the additive tank. We'll leave the rest of it all alone. Alright, we're gonna drop this off at the dealer on the barge quick. Then come back and grab the baler. I did pick up those Australian tankers, and I was messing around a little bit with my silo, but I gotta tweak some things, and I haven't even begun to do that. No, Chris, I haven't even begun to look at factories yet. VCA gives the barge a parking brake option. I'll be honest, Bodine, I haven't updated VCA since way back before I stopped playing Wolf Creek in February of 22. No, like I said, Chris, I haven't touched anything production-wise other than trying to get my farm set up. I've been working on a contract for Field 9, trying to get my farm done, harvested, stuff like that. I've got some of the grass work equipment over there. Getting, you know, different mods and stuff like that. Because, you know, I haven't looked at a mod for this game in months. That contract with my custom missions mod was paying her a little over 900k. I borrowed the equipment to go along with it, which is expensive. Alright, I need to get silage additive for this thing. How much do you normally hold? I think you hold a fair amount. I know I'll need to pick up a forklift for here. Bring a truck back and do all that stuff. I'm not super worried about the silage additive right now because I'm just taking care of the You wonder how FS22 would look on the new PC? Yeah, I'm still using the same settings I was using before. I never tweaked anything for right now, and I'm still getting 57 frames. I've got it things pretty well maxed out. That's right. This one had a pretty good volume to it. Yeah, that Australian tanker pack is pretty nice. I do like that one. I had to set it up to take the right liquids for Dave's map, but new RAM came yesterday. Testing on it. I have more than me, and the wife connected to your PC playing the Undead Legacy mod. Tonight, gonna test 3 people for a few hours. Play it with max graphics. Yeah. I mean, it'll put a little bit of a load on your system. You're hosting now, I'm assuming, so. How much RAM do you have in the system? Lock that all in. 64 gig. Yeah, that's what I'm running right now. 64 of 3600 megahertz. Which processor did you end up going with, Veldian? In the new system? i7 12700. Gotcha. Now that's the one with the P cores and E cores and all of that stuff, right? Yeah, that one always seemed kind of, or that whole process kind of seems screwy to me, but if it works, it works. I'll stick with my Ryzen chipsets because, you know, I haven't had to change a socket in forever. Curious what kind of a load I'm putting on my system right now. Yeah, my GPU's barely clocking. Yep. CPU utilization's up to 23%. Alright, back in the boat. Same here, but with running 7 days plus 100, 2 different programs for coding. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely not bad. And I got 3 Chrome windows open right now because of my stream and lurking and stuff like that. Then I got Streamlabs up, the game up. I don't have any music running today. Feels kind of quiet without it.
It is quiet.
But it's definitely not my GPU that's causing me to lose frames. It's just Giants and the lack of support for more than a core and a half. Come on, Giants, do better. I can't even build a baby base in Factorio without losing my mind, so I haven't even tried to do the mega base thing there, CJ. Alright, I can go to the 240s with straw, because I don't have to wrap them, so that is what I'm going to do. Now, I heard you saying something the other day, Dave, about a bale storage mod. Is it something that got included in your pack, or were you just talking about one that was on the mod hub?
Actually, there's lots of different bale storages, so I'm not sure which one. I know that Surfing Cowboy has one on his page. That might be what I was talking about.
Yeah, because I think you'd mentioned Surfing Cowboy.
Yeah, he has one up there that he created for a pack does the different bale sizes and has ones for the lavender bales and everything.
Alright, I'll have to go check that out. So what link do I give out now for people that want to go to the Trello page? Where the other one is...
It's
where the other website is no more?
Yeah, and SGA Mods Trello page is the one we're giving out. I don't know if I... but I know it's open in one of these freaking tabs.
Because, I mean, I've got the link you sent me originally, but I don't think that's the one that...
No, it's the SGA mod site. It's one of the ones that is linked in there.
How you doing, Wheels?
That one right there.
Alright, I need to remember that so I can go... no, not that button. This button. Yep. No, that's not the right button. That button. The dashboard one. Go to the dashboard, leave me alone. Alert box, no. Widgets, 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 no. Oh, CloudBot, dummy. CloudBot! That way I can edit my SGA link. There. Now if people hit the SGA command, it goes to the right spot. So I can lock the... Well, I know there's a parking brake function to begin with, which is just hitting the colon key, but that's not part of VCA. If it's something that's recent in VCA, I definitely don't have it. Like I said, I haven't updated VCA in forever. I don't even know what the current version is on VCA. I still have the GitHub page for it. Yeah, see, they're using build 126. I'm still on build 120. Wheels did it yesterday. Oh, yeah, semicolon, yeah, that's, I'm pretty sure that's a base game button. Just puts the parking brake on. See? Park. It worked. I'll have to keep that in mind. I might rebind it to something on my wheel to be a little more, at my fingertips. Or maybe a button on my mouse or something. Since I have like 35 of them I don't use. I don't really have that many, but... I remember back in the day when a mouse had 2 damn buttons. That was it. I remember when Apple only had 1 button. Oh yeah, I suppose way back then it did only have 1 button. Yeah. Oregon Trail. There was only one button. You have contracted dysentery. Start over.
Make sure you take care.
There was no coming back from that. Your party has contracted dysentery. Yep. Might as well start over. Right, dear? Oregon Trail. Your party has contracted dysentery. Start over. And that wasn't even one of the worst ones. Why are we booping my nose? I shall boop you back. Oh. Damn it! Why are you flipping with my hair?
Because it's long.
I know it is.
It's longer than you've ever had it. We've been together.
I don't think my bangs have ever been this long in my life.
Never.
I remember it like it was yesterday. There. It's better. I haven't even started contract on field 13 yet. Still working on 9. Odell Lake? Doesn't ring a bell, Bodine.
They don't understand.
What?
I'm still not feeling well. They don't understand. Don't get day off as mom.
No. Not with those two.
Taxi. Cook. Maid. Too many hands, damn it.
I'd say you could shove some of them onto the oldest, but he'd have to get off his phone.
And he doesn't do them the way that they're meant to be done. Ever.
Well, if he'd ever put his phone down and listen and learn, he might. A lot of bales at 9,000 liters a pop. Same time frame as Oregon. Popular in your elementary class? Yeah, I can't say as though it rings a bell. Yeah, that's not a version of Oregon Trail. That's like they ruined it from what I've seen and played of it. I know they came out with a newer, updated version of it, but I don't think they stayed true to the original game. How's it going, Irish Gamer? There it is. Yeah, that's what I was going to say, Bodine. From everything I've seen of people playing it, it's nothing like the original. They colorized it, kept the graphics similar, and then destroyed the whole premise of the original game. What, 520 something acres? Or 550 something, I think. My game won't stop going with the hectares, so I had to do the math and convert it at one point. But yeah, it's a little one. I'm gonna have to go get in a position to unload that too at some point. No, they left behind the original. It plays nothing like the original game played. And then for the updated graphics, it was literally like they just colorized it. Yeah, Bodine. That's about it. No, the last I had seen, it had some pretty horrible reviews on Steam, too. And they wanted 30... They've already got a DLC for it. Yeah. These are your new graphics, Veldian. Oh, come on, AI worker. You couldn't have made it around the corner. You suck. In the day, school having to use it as an aid because you got reading issues. No, I remember back in the day. Yeah, I used to play it, and it was used as a teaching tool. But that new version is an abomination. Carmen Sandiego. Oh, I remember that. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Where's Waldo? Used to be really good at them. You still have all your Where's Waldo books? Nice, Bodine. I'll let this thing get around the corner and then I'll unload on the go. Evil Reyes coming in with a party of 15. Welcome in, everybody. How you doing? How was the rest of your stream there, Mr. Evil? I caught part of Horde Night. Looked like you were doing, you did alright. Welcome in, everybody. How you doing, Cope? I never complain on anybody being, quote, late, because I don't have a set schedule. Yep. Yep, I feel you there, Mr. Reyes. Take her easy, and we'll catch you later, bud. Appreciate the raid. So welcome in, everybody. We are doing a little play testing here on PV Canyon Crossing. Just trying to get my oat field here harvested and baled while also maintaining a couple of contracts down south. There we go. This is a monster field. $70,000 for soil information. You suck. Might as well get them figured out. I'll have to do it again anyway at some point, but... Nice, thank you, Bodine. Yeah, this one is State of Mine, I think it is. They did a version of Danger Zone. How you doing, Pompies? you go. Started a new game on Uncharted? Ah, nice, right on. I hate that. It's given that whole, oh, it needs to be emptied. It's not anywhere near needing to be emptied. Yeah. So I was debating... No, that's the exotic oils. I was debating trying to get one of these put in somewhere. That and the, flour mill. And for the time being, just sell off the oil and flour that I get out of it. Had a lot of frame rate problems. Just on your old map with everything you'd done to it, or did it just kind of all of a sudden start? That's weird. Could you have had like a mod conflict or something that was trashing your frame rates? Right now, 53. It's in the very bottom left corner.
Yellow.
What's up? Yeah, bottom left corner, I have my frame rate up. Right by the map.
I probably know this answer, but any response?
Nope.
That's kind of what I figured.
But yeah, I know I ran into some issues yesterday when I tried to have the harvest mission fix and the better contracts mod at the same time, but don't know, as soon as I pulled out the harvest fix, it was fine. It wasn't throwing any errors. But for the most part, I'm usually around 50 to, if I uncap them, I can get up to 110, 120 in places.
Dave, I just posted a mod in Streamer Talk for the server, possibly. It limits how much money you can make in one day.
And why would we want that?
That way you could leave it running and people can
but...
only play or they can only make so much money.
Thank you for the $25 tip. I do greatly appreciate it, Pievs. How are you, bud? Name I'm used to seeing on boards I do for Dave, but I don't often see you in my chat. But hey, how's it going? You looking forward to the new map there, Pievs? Yeah. Well, at least your frame rates are fixed now, Pompies. And Cope says good evening, Dave.
Good evening.
Alright, let's see. Yeah, we got flashing down south. You worked on your map again last night? There you go, Cope. Come on. I hate this truck. I guessed wrong when I leased it. Hello.
Afternoon.
What's going on there, Mr. Big Daddy?
Same old, man. How about you guys? Doing alright?
Nope. No.
Working.
Yeah, but you're always working, Dave.
Alright, the server is up. Everything's loaded, including I put the most recent map for
There we go.
I just wanted to test it. It runs really good as of right.
Yeah,
Now-
you need to watch his episodes on the new grass with the bushes and stuff. That's a pretty spiffy thing he figured out. I think it makes it look a lot better.
Oh, I came across a couple things. Could it, check out the globe trotter you put up near the wood. It's not your issue, it's the Giants issue. The grill's like flashing with the graphics. So I don't know if that's something.
Nothing I can fix if it's on.
It's not. No, it's not you. Just switch out the truck, because otherwise it drives you crazy.
Good to hear, Pievs.
That's
Doing pretty good today.
the one thing. Second issue up at Wood. How am I supposed to load my containers on the trailer?
Auto loaded has it built in.
Does it?
Well,
Or-
we have the script. We probably loaded it up to the server because we're using it, and it will.
That's. All right, then maybe we should include it in the pack
It
Um,
should be.
because it's not.
Either that or you can use a wheel loader. Or
Yeah.
Yeah, but he'd have to buy one.
I don't have. What I have is a
Well, yeah.
tractor.
There's
Well, I'm
also
just saying-
super strength.
Hey, cheater.
Yeah, I think after this done, I'll wait for one more empty, then I'll go run this down to the store and turn it all in.
So this little thing I noticed. Yeah, there. My only dilemma is get that on there.
The wood texture, I think he did very similar to the ones for the grasses and the bushes and stuff. I don't know if he was specifically on stream when he was doing that texture. That honeybee needs all of that extra auger length.
One more question. When creating the farms, how do you know which color goes with which farm?
Create the farms, and then the vehicles will be assigned. Go over to the vehicles, tab through them, and then buy the properties.
Okay. Now, can I do 8? I can't do 8 farms, right? It has
There's
to be
only
limited to
5.
4.
Only 5 preset.
Okay. So what would the other ones go to? Just nothing, obviously?
No, you would. Yeah, they wouldn't have any vehicles to start
Okay.
with, or any
Perfect.
starting properties.
Got it.
There
I
we
would
go. Let him
say
take
six.
over.
a community farm and 5 individuals in the community we could just assign to the river piece there that needs to be bought to,
Yeah, I was
and
just
then
asking
whatever
because
else.
I wanted to run through this quick to see how it works.
One question: you'd be able to transport logs downriver with the log barge? I know Dave played around with that early on. Did you ever get that working properly, Dave?
I don't have a log barge, but you can put tree logs on the barge
Yeah, and strap them down.
and strap them
Well,
down. You can auto load them on there.
Yeah, I was gonna say the auto loading. Didn't you have it set up on the big ship at one point? You were messing around with it early on.
Yeah, it's all they're set. They'll all work.
Already up to 52, 53 bales off of this, and I've only done 4 rows. Dave sounds tired.
Concentrating. I got
Yeah.
a big issue that I'm trying
Hard
to
at work.
update.
I don't have any forestry equipment, Cope, at all. So it's gonna be a while before I touch any logs. Yep. Yeah, Jedi, and of course today was the update with the enhanced animal pack has Dave doing a bunch of stuff right now too.
That's pretty much the big issue. They changed some stuff, and I got to figure out how to integrate it back to the map.
Oh, stupid.
Been on Silver Run the last few days working on the roller coaster and boat.
Ooh,
Nice.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I have not touched any. I don't have any woodworking equipment whatsoever for this map right now. I need to pick up a Brux so I can clean up a couple of odds and ends trees, but I may lease some forestry equipment when it gets closer to wintertime and there's less fieldy type stuff to do, but at least for the time being, I've got tons of field work I've been just working on. Just trying to keep up with my 3 fields. Tried to put straps on log forks. If you want something to pick that up, I'd get that Verlaid tool from FS22 Mods. It was
DSD.
this one right here. This will pick up your logs. It's got the straps built into it, and they loop down and around like this. It'll go on any wheel loader or whatever, and you can just strap a bunch of logs and pick them up. Or, you know, pick up vehicles that are picking up vehicles that are... They tried to do that Liebherr crane commercial.
I could have used that when I was trying to put Dave in his UTV on the sawmill. Oh, the multiplayer shenanigans.
Give that one a use there, Cope. I've used it in 19, I used it in 22 early on. It works really good. It's also in the CSZ pack. Yeah, when I was using it early on, CSZ hadn't been out yet. It's my cue to jump down south again. Anything is gonna still wobble around a little bit when you pick up logs longer than 6 meters and start trying to mess around with them. That's just Giants physics. Alright, let's go grab the other combine. This will be ready to bring down to... Oh. The Azura map's no longer on the mod hub? Interesting. Wouldn't be the first time they've taken something down off the mod hub.
The Azure map was never on the mod hub.
All right,
Not
what are you
on the
saying?
in-game mod hub.
It's still on modhub.us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still there.
Speaking of that, One Mouse was in T Miller's stream last night and said that he did not remove that video.
It's not shown in his playlist.
And that's what I told him.
Yeah, like you guys, you saw if you go to his page and saw it.
Right. Yep.
Cool, I can
Yeah.
send you a link if you need it. I don't know if you need it or not. I thought I sent you a link before.
Alright, we'll be ready to make another run down to Johnson's Farmers Market.
Which, where did you start out, Darius? If you don't mind me asking. Which, farm?
I did the Northeast farm.
Okay, nice.
I've got the $10 million loan mod. So I took out the maximum amount of loan, did a bunch of equipment swap, and picked up harvesting on field 9, which I've been working on the entire time. I got a harvest on 13 to finish when I'm done this one. I did a spraying on field 8 contract, and I had a sowing contract on field 1. But otherwise, I started up on the Northeast farm, and then I bought the field 46 as well. So I've got those 3 fields there.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, I had corn and sunflowers. Corn in the big one off to the east. Sunflowers in the small one, and it's oat up in the field 46. How you doing, Marbear?
Hi, Marbear. How we feeling? Nice, man. Yeah, that's some good fields.
So, yeah, I had a forage wagon I used to pick up the first chunk of straw, sold that off, and now I'm baling it. So at least it's a little easier to pile up off to the side of the field till I have something to do with it.
Gotcha.
Good to hear, Marbear.
Are you good? Yeah, I saw your you guys are starting up a farm sim server. Can't wait. Good stuff.
Yeah, I was talking to a couple of the guys that are still running on the Empyrean server I've got. This is at release, I'll probably be taking this map and putting it onto my server in place of the Empyrean.
Nice. How you liking Empyrean? You liking that? Are you come to an end game with it, or are you still gone?
Oh no, I definitely got to end game with it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I definitely got to that point. Basically, I'm at a point now where I'm hunting down the end game mobs. And the only thing that really stopped me from accomplishing the end story mission was lack of people to be able to accomplish it, because you definitely need multiple battleships for the final fight.
Okay.
But yeah, I was at that basic basically at that point where I was at the end game grind, where you're just grinding out more resources to make more ammo, to take on more ships. My battleship was strong enough that basically I could very easily take on anything that got put in my path without too much worry at all.
Wow.
So it was kind of like, all right, well, that challenge is done. I've accomplished a couple of the things I wanted to get done that I've never before done in a single player version of that game. I still got the 7 days going with Undead Legacy right now on the server, but the way they've got the Undead Legacy mod set up is it's really, really super grindy.
Okay.
Especially once you get to the later stages. Like we're at the last Horde night we did was 84. The server's down right now, so I think Faye shut it down because he has access to do that. But we're running 3-hour days on the server. So that particular, you know, when you've got a 45-minute long Horde night and the mobs never stop coming. Early on, we were averaging 1,400 to 1,600, you know, mobs for Horde night. I don't know the more recent counts, but yeah, it was. It's pretty crazy. I think I'm level like 114 or 115 on the server right now.
Wow.
But I was doing some single player testing on the Rebirth mod, which it's a really interesting take on 7 days with all the NPCs. You've got the bandits, you can hire NPCs, has some really unique class aspects to it. And then when it comes to your like leveling, you no longer have the option of just putting points into strength or constitution. You have to level those stats by doing. You know, your constitution levels up by getting hit, taking damage,
Gotcha.
and shrugging all that off and stuff like that. You know, the more you run around and jump around, the more your dexterity will go up. The more you pick locks and loot and do all of that stuff, the more your intelligence goes up. So it's an interesting take that way. And then in order to get like minor 69er perks, you have to buy skill books and apply them after you have the right amount of like constitution or whatever. So it's a very different take. But like you've got a witch doctor class that can have skeletal zombies running around under your control. It's not the techno geek. It's one of the other classes has like a, you know, you do robotics. You can make androids and mechanical bears and mechanical wolves and stuff that'll fight for you.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Don't they have a new release coming out? A new alpha release coming out? Or I imagine.
Alpha 21 should be coming out this month sometime.
Okay.
They've already accepted registrations for the streamer weekend. I don't believe they've set an official date. I know they were aiming towards mid-May. But I think with this alpha that's coming out, I might actually do a vanilla single-player playthrough for the first time ever.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah, there's big changes coming to the water. It'll actually now flow a lot more freely into different blocks instead of, you know, take a bucket and pull a block of water out and suddenly there's a hole in the water.
Right.
You no longer can just take a jar and walk over to a pond and fill up all your jars. The jars are gone. Now you have to have like rain catchers and stuff like that. So They completely changed up the way the water system works. They're changing all the traders up for this alpha, which looks really, really cool with what they've chosen to do there. They're all going to be very unique now. They're going to be a lot more set in their ways, like Trader Jen will definitely be your healing trader if you want stuff like that, almost uniquely now. What is it, Carl or whatever his name is, the mechanic one, now actually has like a garage next to where he sits, and there's vehicles being worked on and stuff, so if you want vehicle stuff, that's who you go to. The trader compounds also now have, they won't just spawn on the outskirts of towns, they may spawn in the middle of the town. So it's not going to be this, you know, oh, here's a town, let me run around the outside of it and I'll find the trader for sure.
Right.
It's getting really, really redone in that regard. They're also doing, they're changing up the way a lot of the wilderness POIs are now, too, for the roadways. So that they should connect and be a lot more unique in that regard, without having, the big gaps in roads in the wilderness at times. They're adding 75 new POIs now for this alpha, giving us another 600 block shapes.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's a 50% increase over what's already in the game. They're also doing... there's going to be tier 6 POIs now.
Oh.
And you'll have a meter in the upper right-hand corner as you're walking around. It'll kind of show you, like, in the forest biome, there's no real addition. But when you go into the desert, you'll start to see a little skull show up in a different color. That'll tell you you're in a higher difficulty area. As you walk up to the POI, if it's a tier 1 POI, the biomes are orange skulls, the POIs are red skulls. So if you walk up to a tier 1 in the desert, it'll show like one red and one orange skull, so you know it's a more difficult POI. You pull into a tier 6, you know what you've got. Stuff like that. There's also an entirely new mission type coming where it's there'll be infested buildings. So instead of the building maybe having 10 zombies in it, it'll have 20. It does look very very good for what's coming. And then they weren't able to fully get the armors and stuff implemented for this alpha. So there's going to be a really short cycle for Alpha 22, which will come out with all of the new armor types, even though some of them are displayed currently in the traders now. They're just not implemented fully into the game. Same with the Raiders and the other factions. They're not fully implemented for this alpha, but they will be in 22, but they've said it's going to be a much shorter development cycle. They just pushed some of that stuff out because of bugs they were dealing with on it. They didn't want to delay 21 any longer.
Right.
So, yeah. And, of course, you know, you're always hearing about the Duke, the casino tokens, all of that stuff. Well, he's got a rival coming up now. So you'll hear about another guy that kind of is rivaled to the Duke, and I believe now you'll be able to find the Duke in a POI. Some of the new POIs they added, if what I heard is correct.
Nice.
Yeah. It's definitely making me look at it going like, I kind of want to do a single player vanilla playthrough. You know how everybody adds that quality of life mod, so when you loot a trash bag it disappears? That's going to
Right.
be a base game function now. And also, like, skills as far as leveling up bows and stuff like that. You'll actually have to use bows now. That's coming in as a base game feature. And the crafting system's getting completely renovated too. Now if you want to craft wrenches and you want to get to like higher tier wrenches, you need to find books that will unlock higher tiers. Everything will be a base game craft. Or, you know, a base level 1 craft. And in order to get to like a tier 2 wrench, you have to find books that will, wrench being a bad example, say pistols.
Okay.
You know, you'll have your pipe pistol, then you'll have the next tier of pistol and the next one after that. So as you find books, your pipe pistol will go from a rank 1 craft to a rank 6. And then you'll start to be able to unlock the next tier of pistol. But it'll start at rank 1 until you find more books, and then it'll start to rank up. So that pipe pistol might still outweigh the other one until you get into it, type of thing.
Gotcha.
What's up there, Grumpy? FileZilla question I might be able to answer. I don't think so, Cope. I don't think anybody has it in their system right now for another SGA Streamathon.
It was brought up. Just to be clear, Cope. It was brought up, and yeah, now.
See, most of that was my fault anyway.
Because
Because I'm the one that every time Dave wanted to end it, I kept going. How's it going there, Whitefield Boss fan? Welcome in.
yeah, it was pretty insane.
You've tried to
I know the one time
upload mods
I
to
couldn't-
your...
I couldn't do it, and all of a sudden Scrimby's like, well, I guess it's the end. I'm like, oh, right.
Yeah.
It was a
So,
cool. It was cool.
yeah, so your mods aren't going to the server. What game do you have on your server, Not So Grumpy? And, is it Farm Sim or is it a different game you've got on FS22? And they're not showing up once you upload them to the server via FileZilla? The only thing I can think of is either your pathing is wrong on the server, or something's still zipped funny. Whitefield Boss fan, thank you for the follow. I do greatly appreciate it. Welcome into the channel. You don't know if you've done it right or not? Yeah, see, I don't have a server right now with FS22 loaded onto where I'd show you.
Are you sure that the server will allow you to use FTP? Because
I know with Nitrado I did.
Farm Sim.
Nitrado it does. You've done it before, Grumpy? Yeah, I would think maybe it's just a pathing issue or something. Is it through Nitrado, G-Portal, Very Games, something like that? I'm not familiar with anybody but Nitrado as far as Farm Sim goes. It's the only one I've used. Nitrado. Check your web portal. Thank you for the hydrate there, Whitefield. Can you go get me another water bottle, please, buddy? No, I wasn't going to whack you with it. I was waving it to get your attention. You recognize the country song that was playing? Yeah, I've got, I don't know, 1,800 some odd songs in this playlist across all variety of music. Thank you, buddy. There we go, like that. Put that in there to cool it off, my little fridge. Is it the FTCP side you use for info? Let's see, Farm Sim. Trying to go back because the only Farm Sim server I did was the Silver Run and Wolf Creek when I was doing it back in February. So it's been a couple months. Yeah, you use the FTP with Nitrado through FileZilla worked just fine, and then in the server dashboard on Nitrado, you could set where you were looking for the mods. If I remember right, there was a line that told you. So you could have multiple maps type of thing and just load them up by changing that path. I should try and make a little widget for that somewhere on my screen, showing what song is playing by who.
Right.
But I don't think Spotify plays well with Streamlabs.
Not much does.
Yeah, I'm gonna be probably switching over to OBS at some point. Just because I'm sick of Streamlabs doing its random crashing crap that it's been doing to me lately. Heard something in the last update broke something, kind of has you worried because you like that one. What, Streamlabs, Veldian, or something else? Currently having the remote side, mods, PDLC, save game folders. No, it should go into the mods folder, Grumpy. Slobs, yeah. When's Big Daddy gonna stream again? I don't know, Cope.
Soon, buddy. Hopefully. I got all my grandmother's property sold. Got the settlement done, so hopefully soon. Can't wait.
There you go.
Yeah, one big
Sorry
thing
to
off
hear
my
about
plate.
her passing.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it was messy too. So everybody wanted their.
Oh yeah,
share and then
it's
some. It's magical when you're doing all the work. You're by yourself, and then magically. You're selling
everybody
all the
wants a
things by
piece.
yourself, and then all of a sudden the house comes up, which is a big money item, and
Yeah.
and then I get people questioning what I'm doing, and then I get a lawsuit against me. So it was just a mess. It's like, where were you during the whole process? So, but let's just say that got dropped quickly. It's like, yep,
Yeah.
no, not gonna have that.
I'm worried that's the way my it's gonna go when my father goes, because it was really messy when his father went. He's acting a lot of the same way his dad did when towards the end of his life. I mean, my dad did just have a major health scare. He had to have 2 stents put in because arteries leading up through his neck and stuff like that were, I guess, like 95% plus clogged. So he had almost no blood flow left through his body.
Holy.
And after his most recent surgery, he's feeling a lot better, which is good. But his words to me were he's going to take care of himself and just kind of be there. And unless we go out of our way to be with him, he's just going to be taking care of himself. I'm like, yeah, all right. Great for your grandkids, your kids, you know.
Yeah.
I understand you didn't want your grandkids to see you the way you were, because he had been really, really bad. Like, he could barely walk and stuff like that. He looked like warmed over death.
Oh, dang.
But now he's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna focus on me, and you know, if you guys wanna come see me, you know where I am. Great, yeah, it's real family oriented.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I hate to say that when they say money is the root of all evil, and it really is sometimes. You know, I have two relatives. I have a brother. I had a brother that had a share in this, and I have an uncle that had a share, half the share in it. And the whole thing is, these two, they were identical. It's like, well, when you know, one said, "When am I going to get the settlement? My son's going to college soon. I need the money for the college." Gee. I had another one screaming at me, "Well, I'm retired soon. I need the money over here." I'm like, and then they start their own lawsuits. I'm like, I'm just so, like, where was everybody when I was emptying the house? And this lady grew up during the recession. She got a sweater for Christmas one time because that's all her family could afford her. They actually made the sweater. Her drawers were filled with fabric, with needles, with crocheting hooks. I mean, you talk about growing up during a time she didn't throw out a thing. This was hoarding ancient times.
Yeah.
You know? Beds, books, encyclopedias, bookshelves, old war chests. I mean, you name it, she had it. And she didn't throw it out. And it was not only upstairs, downstairs, it was attic, basement, summer kitchen attic. So it's it got crazy. It's all done.
Yeah, that same kind of thing. Like I said, it happened when my grandfather passed on my father's side. Him and his sister were kind of going through the estate and doing everything, but little did he know that because his sister had been given, like, power of attorney over some things, because my dad and his father had fought, and basically they didn't talk for years. But towards the end, my grandfather kind of started talking to my father a little bit more. But it basically had meant that his sister had been given medical power of attorney, put on all of the accounts, things like that. And the day my grandfather finally passed, my father's sister went in and cleaned out all the bank accounts before they even got back to the house from the hospital. So they were going through all of his stuff and finding old World War II memorabilia and signed baseball cards and all this stuff. You know, rookie baseball cards that were worth money. And my dad would set them aside, and by the next day, the baseball cards and stuff like that were gone. Well, I don't remember seeing those. Because she took them and pawned them. And kept the money.
Yeah.
And then when it came to the house, she was still living there, but the agreement was like, all right, well, you know, buy out my half, and you can keep the house. And it just turned into a big ordeal with lawyers and the whole 9 yards involved, and that drug on for, I think, like 2 or 3 years.
Believe it.
So, yeah, it was, just one of those things, like, you know, it's not good.
Yeah, it gets ugly. My uncle had, unfortunately, access to my grandmother's savings account, and he tapped it before she unfortunately had Alzheimer's and dementia, so she was nowhere fit to make decisions. Mm-hmm. And he just tapped her. I mean, close to 100,000. He just tapped her accounts,
wow.
And thankfully, all the statements came, and I got a hold of them. So yes, that portion that he took prior to her passing came right back to her state. So I said, that ain't happening. I said, no. I said, you took it.
Yeah.
He goes, well, I had medical bills. Look, your medical
but your medical expenses are not her expenses.
She had her own responsibility. We needed money for her care when she was in the senior aid. I mean, that was $7,000-8,000 a month. of her for her expenses and living, make sure that she was taken care of.
I
No,
believe it.
It was just ugly. Like I said, it's a shame that all you had to do was be an honest person and not do this shady stuff, and he would have been in charge of the whole thing. But once I got wind of that, nope, I took it over. I said, "You're handing it over." I said, "I'm taking care of all this." And so yeah, it was like I said, real ugly stuff. I'm like,
Yeah.
all I actually do is be an honest, good person. That.
Yeah, like I said, I have a feeling the same thing's going to happen when my father finally passes. Because this is 4 or 5 years back now, a couple he had been really close to for years and years, probably actually a couple of decades even. He was always working on their vehicles for him and stuff like that. They didn't really have any children, and when the wife had passed, it left the husband by himself, so my dad was like his only real contact to the world. And when he passed, he gave everything to my father. All kinds of land, stocks, money, all that stuff. And my dad invested it, as he put it, so that when he passed, there'd be things left for my sisters and I to go through. And, yeah, he's bought $100,000 Mercedes and, you know, all these other different things. And it's like, I'm pretty sure there ain't no money left and there's a pile of debt underneath all of it.
Right.
But at least with, like, the house he's got, it's valued at a little over $500,000. He paid cash for it when he bought it
Nice.
for $200K. So it was an investment in a way.
Yeah.
But when it comes to splitting everything up and doing all of that, I guess he's smart enough that he said he's got a lawyer on retainer that when it comes to divvying all that stuff up, the lawyer's under strict instructions. If there's no agreement to be made in splitting things up, they're just to sell it all and divvy up the money.
See, that's a good thing. Make sure he has a will. I mean, it's something nobody likes to address. It's something I'm actually, I don't have one currently. My wife and, you know, with a son, we need to make sure that he's taken care of as well. And it's never a happy topic. And there's no way.
No.
It's life. You do have to address it. We have to get our will made up and decide who gets what and where the money for him goes to take care of him and such. And it's never a happy topic, but it's got to be discussed because my aunt, unfortunately, my uncle passed away. What was it, like a month ago? And he didn't make out a will. Well, in Florida, he hasn't seen two of his kids from a previous marriage for a long, long time. Well, in Florida, if you don't have a will made up, it is divided equally amongst any children and your current
remaining
wife. Yeah,
children and spouse, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So regardless if they have any contact, they're now entitled to some of that stuff, even though, you know, because he didn't have a will. So it's always super important to have that. That's something, like I said, I got to get done as well really soon.
Yeah, sorry to hear that, Grumpy. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Grumpy.
Wills can be good, but they can also be bad if, you know, if one party suddenly, like in the case of your grandmother with the dementia and everything else, somebody else takes over as power of attorney, medical power of attorney, and then they can suddenly start making moves behind the scenes at screwing with things, which thankfully my dad recognizes at least enough of what would potentially happen that he's taken steps towards that.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it stemmed from what happened with his father and the blowout with his sister. So, yeah, it's like you said, it's never a happy topic, but
it is. But you gotta do it. You gotta cover it.
Yep. Yeah, I've been thinking more on it too, with especially with what's been going on with my wife's family. Her stepbrothers have been having a lot of health issues lately too. So it's like, they're not that much older than I am. But, you know, I mean, that's the thing. You strike at any time.
Yeah, my dad was in better health than I am currently. Worked out every morning, worked out every night, so forth and so on. And One day I got a phone call and I was running to pick my son up from school and I saw it was my mom. I'm like, you know what? I don't know. I said, I better take it. She knows I'm going to pick my son. I should answer it. And that's when she said, yep, your dad passed away outside right off the patio. And they didn't have any,
Damn.
unfortunately, he didn't have any plan. You know what I mean? He didn't have any things written up and what he wanted to do as far as like burial,
Yeah.
like cremated or buried, etc. And it's a tough situation. You just don't know. Every day's a blessing, for sure.
Yep, I was gonna say that same thing right before you said that. Every day is a blessing because you could die in your sleep tonight. Meteor could fall out of the sky and smack you in the head while you're sitting in your house. I mean, just any infinitesimal possibilities of things that could happen. So
That sounds like a blessing.
yes, Cope, this is a big field. It's the biggest one on the map. I'm 59% completed between transporting and grabbing all of the crop off the field.
Yeah, there was a trap in there for
Grumpy
a
says, good
contract.
evening, Dave.
Evening.
On the largest field in the map, I had a fertilizer contract. I was thinking to myself, it paid $357,000. I'm like, sounds pretty good. And then I'm thinking about it, I'm calculating, I'm like, yeah, exactly. How many millions of dollars is a fert going to cost me? I'm like, pass. Like, this is like, go directly to jail, go directly bankrupt, do not pass go, do not collect $200. Like, yeah, that's a trap.
Yeah. Well, I've still got my custom mission mod from early on.
Oh, okay.
So things pay out about double what they
Nice.
would have. So this harvesting contract's worth a little over 900 grand.
Ooh. See, harvesting, I think that's a great deal. Yeah, for sure.
Well, it used to be a really good deal when you got to keep a quarter of it. Field 171?
There isn't that many fields on this map.
I mean, farmland.
Farmland.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, it's this is farmland 171, yes. But it's actually labeled as field 9.
Yeah. Yep, that's the ticket. That's the guy that was a fertilizer contract. I could imagine.
Yeah, see, I had a fertilizer contract on field 8 over here.
Okay.
I used
Gotcha.
liquid fert, and it took me 10,000 liters of liquid fert. But the contract paid like 160 grand or something, so it was very easy to cover. No, that one was only around 100, I think. This one here, field 1, I had a plant this in canola, and it took me like 15,000 liters of seed to plant that field. Yep, that's the thing. Once you start getting to that 16x size maps, fields get big.
Yeah, I got it. Rule number 1: do not take a potato contract. Matter their field size.
Yeah, no
war.
potatoes.
No,
No
even on
potatoes.
single size, that hurt a little bit.
Yeah, well, it's just because like potatoes, sugar beet, you don't really have without using the quote unquote cheaty mods. You don't
Right.
really have any good sized equipment. So you're very limited on the width of your equipment and stuff like that, which. Well, fine. If you want to dump in from right there, I'll stay right here.
Yeah.
Potatoes in field 9.
Ooh,
I
cheap.
will do potatoes in field 9 for $1,000 cash, and I will stream the entirety of it while I dig my eyeballs out with a spork. But yeah, no, I'm not doing potatoes in field 9.
Yeah.
A rusty spork.
Yeah. One with an actual scoop end fell off.
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I'll mess with when it comes to this is like, okay, it's a 16 size map. Volumes are going to be really high. I'll increase like some harvester volumes and trailer volumes, but not. I'm not doing the 10 million liters like I did in 19. Planting sugarcane with a 2-row seeder on field. No, Dunby. That'd be double the potatoes. How many harvesters can you use? I think you can have 10 helpers going at a time, right?
I believe so.
I haven't tried to max it out.
I want to say 10 comes to mind as the number, but it could be something different. Maybe it was 10 in 19 and now it's 20? Because if I remember right, the helper file has, what, 10 males and 10 females? That you can have for
something like that.
helpers
yeah.
or something like that. Oh, come on, you stupid thing. Oh, to harvest potatoes with course play? I don't even like using
Still
super
gonna
strength.
take forever.
There. You should be the right way around at the moment. Nope, you're backwards. Said 5 in one of his last streams. I mean, maybe I guess with course play you've got limits. Because well, yeah, especially with course play, because it's gonna suck up your computational power.
Okay, from a quick search, because I wasn't sure either, I believe it's 20 helpers can be configured.
All right, that's what I'm thinking of with the 20. You can have 10 male and 10 female configured in your file. I have to go get a couple of flatbed trailers for all them stinking bales. Be lurking, blood sugar's up. All right, there, Mr. Cope. Take it easy. I need to get one of those silo things. Do I have those installed at the moment? Nope, I don't think I have them installed. The little digital display for the silo. I don't think I put that mod in. Yeah, I have not spoken with Fummins about it in a while, but I've been keeping my eye open for Fummins. Because you're not the first one to ask. Alright. So let's see, I just finished harvesting my fields. 519 acres harvested. Is it including the... No, I think it's just including my fields, because this isn't the worker stuff. I don't think. It might be. Alright. Let's go empty the guys down here one last time. Thank you, Surfing, for the stretch. Go get these guys emptied out one last time, and then I think we're gonna... I believe Wheels is live. We'll raid over to him, and he can keep you company till Dave. It's going alright there, Surfing. Just continuing to work over here on Field 9. Yeah, I'll get these guys emptied out, and then I can go take a break for dinner.
Hey, Surfing.
Dinner? You just had breakfast? Yeah, well, that's what time zones will do to you. Yeah, I don't even want to know what my lease costs are right now, because this truck and trailer set is leased, just for the sake of these couple of contracts.
Right.
Or sleeping schedules. Yeah, my sleeping schedule got messed up last night. Woke up at 1 this morning, streamed for a while, passed it off to Reyes, went and laid down for a couple of hours, and then came back and did some more farm sim. Guess a quick, easy way to tell if it's including my... On 4 points. Yep, so it is including my workers on this. I was going to say, 519 seemed really big for just my 3 fields.
Yeah. Boating breakfast is one of those things you can have any time, and breakfast for dinner is never a bad thing.
Ooh, French toast for dinner. That sounds good.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit of bacon. Bacon! Cultivating 11.
Ooh.
Oh, we got a FERT on field 1. We're going to take that contract. I'll bring my sprayer over and cultivating field 11. Where's field 11? That could be... Oh, field 11's way down here. That'd be 45 minutes driving a tractor down there. But it's a quick, easy way to make like 23 grand if I just drag this guy down there and do it. Lease the equipment, just drive this guy down there and have him start going on it. Yep, we're gonna do that. Rostel mash. Bread you put a picture of in your Discord looks amazing. Huh. Oh, this guy only goes 17 miles an hour. Sent me a DM on Discord. Alright, I'll check it in just a minute there, Cope. Yeah. I think I do want to do a flour and an oil mill somewhere. I don't think Dave... I did a quick look around. I don't know if Dave has those already built into the map or not. As viable places.
What's that?
The oil or
The
flour
tier
mills.
The tier 2
The tier 2
stuff
ones,
is all
yeah.
built in.
Is it?
They're all built in.
I'll have to look
Yep.
for them then. I did a quick scout around. Oh, up north, that would be why I didn't see them yet. Because I didn't go looking up over here yet. I was just looking down around these two. I didn't go look at that northern one. Or this one over here. Did you make an outlet from the mines up to the northern area of the map, or did you leave it blocked in?
What do you mean?
Like, to go from, say,
You
we're
can-
in the mines up... Oh, yeah, technically you can go through the forest, yeah. Alright.
Yeah, you can go through. There's ways up there.
That's what I'd been thinking about through the forest area, because I remember on Wolf Creek you had it all ringed in the rocks, but...
Right.
Yeah, they should, Bodine. The hot spots should all show up after you build or buy them.
Yep, once you buy the property, you'll get a hotspot. Property that something's on.
Yeah, see, that's what was throwing me off, is normally the, when you look at, like, sell points for stuff, it would show the, flour mill and stuff like that as a potential sell point until you buy it. But I didn't see them on the list, so that's why I was like,
haven't turned off its sell points. Because they
Gotcha.
conflict with things.
Gotcha.
Mostly
That's when I
because
gone looking for
those-
the other stuff and didn't see it.
The main reason is because if you got like the flour mill as a contract, good luck getting all that on one of those, or for wheat, good luck getting all the wheat off of Field 9 into the flour mill. It'll take you 6 months.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I know I need to get the seed process, the seed and fert put down at some point, but just so I can start making seed for the next season. That reminds me, in, what was it, tier 1? It was tier 1. Yeah, you've got the standalone seed maker, then you've got the seed and fert maker.
Yeah.
Was there a big difference between the two?
Yes, one does seed and fertilizer, the other does just seed.
Well, no, I meant just because the seed maker's 45 grand, but the combination one's 10.
Somebody actually wanted the seed maker back at standalone. That's the only reason why it's in there, to be honest with you. I don't remember who it was. Otherwise, I would have left it out.
And that's why I was wondering, like, if you had done something special with the standalone one for it,
No.
you know, to give it a reason to be there or not.
Not really. Nope. You can use the in-game rock breaker.
Oh,
from
he's
the
finally
Platinum
coming out with another one
expansion.
in that series. That's cool.
You can use the Platinum expansion rock breaker. Otherwise, you gotta look for the one on the internet, like Mr. Cowboy said.
Yeah.
I don't have a link for it personally.
Yeah, I remember one had shown up on the Mod Hub briefly and was taken down, but I downloaded it while it was there. But I never used it, so I don't know how it functions. Oh, for a second there, I was like, what? There's a big hole in the map? But it was the gloss off the water. It was so shiny, it looked like I was looking through the map. That's a negative, Cowboy. Surfing.
Nope, not yet.
Reminds me, I'm gonna have to go get the updated cowboy trailers, surfing cowboy trailers, flatbed one. I haven't updated that mod in months, so make sure I have the most recent version. No news is good news. Ha 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 ha. Sorry. I know you said no news is good news. I immediately went to the scene from Robin Hood Men in Tights to Hangman. You know what they say? No news is good news.
Right. Hey, Blinken. No, I said, hey, Blinken.
Yep. Hey, Blinken? Where? Where'd the castle go? I thought it was awful drafty in here. Yep. Long drive. When it comes to movies, if I've enjoyed the movie, like I've watched Robin Hood Men in Tights, I don't know how many times, so just things will trigger memories from movies like crazy. Unfortunately, that's just the way I'm wired, I guess. Hi, is this game as exciting as it sounds, or would you ask for a refund? A lot of it depends on what you're looking for in a game there, Baramu. If you want to just be able to sit back, relax, and chill while you do different things, it's definitely a worthwhile investment for a game. Especially when you have maps, on PC anyway, like Dave's map here, where there's all the productions to build and bring resources to. You've got a lot that you have to do to the map with building factories and stuff. You could easily sink several thousand hours into this game, into this map, just dealing with your fields and stuff like that. I'm already 11 hours played on this map, and I haven't even finished harvesting one contract. I'm halfway. done that contract. Yeah. Indeed. Yeah, I mean, I would recommend getting your feet wet if you're new to Farm Sim. Start out with the base game maps, and you know it'll give you a good baby end of the pool. Yeah, this one's really extensive. Your standard size Farm Sim map is 2 kilometers by 2 kilometers. So if somebody says they're on a 4x map, picture it in squares. They've taken that 2 kilometer by 2 kilometer map and replicated it 4 times. So it's really 4 by 4. A 16x map is 4 by 4 squares of that map. So you're really 8 kilometers by 8 kilometers, and instead of a 4 kilometer area, you're at 64 kilometer area. It gets big quick. And then Dave, the way he's always done his maps, he does a lot of production stuff with different animals and all of that stuff. So it's there's a lot to this map that goes above and beyond your generic farm sim. For example, let me go up here to this. I'm gonna be forever driving across this field. So, in the standard game, your wheat through oilseed radish here are your base game crops. And Dave has added flax, rice, carrot, hemp, cranberry, mustard, lavender, peanut, poppy, peas, alfalfa, hops, coffee, onion, tobacco, clover, and then plantable tree orchards for maple sap, apple, cherry, pear, orange, plum, apricot, peach, banana, coconut, cocoa, and pecans. Heh. So, Dave is a wunderkind when it comes to map making. But yeah, I mean, if you're interested in farming at all, it's definitely a good chill game to kind of learn and see how farming works. Especially if you include like precision farming, it gives you an idea of what farmers today are starting to do and how they're approaching their field management to get the best yield out of things. So, yeah, I mean, are you on console or are you on PC, Baramu? PC? I hate to be the one that's, the PC master race, but when it comes to Farm Sim, you have a much larger variety of things you can get for mods. Console's very limited because they don't allow a lot of the scripting to go into it. Oh, crap, forgot about the fence down here. Well, that's no good. Break in the fence. Gotta find a break in the fence. Here I am just driving straight down, and there's probably a fence that goes all the way up that way, and I'm gonna have to go all the way back up the damn field. Because I didn't follow the road. You know what? I'm gonna be that guy. Shh! You didn't see nothing.
I think there's a lag spike there that is teleported to the other side. That's what I saw.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it. I did the I Dream of Genie blink and just poof, I was on the other side.
Right.
Another great thing about this game is, I mean, you can hire workers to do a lot of stuff too. Like, I'm going to hire a worker, and he's just going to go to town cultivating this field until I tell him otherwise. Just a little rubber banding. Exactly. A little bit of lag. No big deal. I've paid for 3 hours of leasing on this truck. Just driving back and forth, getting all of the harvesters on, emptied out. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot you can do with this game, and it's, it makes it a nice, chill, relaxing experience. So if that's something you're into, I would say definitely game is a good game. If you're one of those people that likes to run around doing first-person shooters, and that's your only jam, probably not the game for you. But I've got over 1,000 hours into FS22. I've got probably 5,000 or 6,000 in FS19. Most of it was on the console. So, you can definitely get lost in the game and put a lot of time into it without realizing it. Okay, there he is. Field's so big you can't see it across the mini-map, so you gotta, like, blow the map up to see where the other harvester is.
Right.
You got about 20,000 hours in Minecraft? Well, then this might be a game you enjoy if you enjoy just kind of chilling, relaxing, and doing stuff in Minecraft.
If you enjoy PvE in Minecraft, you'll most likely enjoy this. If you're looking for PvP, then maybe not so much.
Because, I mean, in 11 hours, literally, I've only harvested these couple of fields here. I did a contract on 1, 8, still harvesting 9, 12 hours in. Just starting the contract on 11. Now I have to come down here and fertilize field 1, so I've got to get there's no bridges right now. I have to build bridges in this map, so I actually have to come and bring this over to the other side on a barge. I need to get my semi-truck over there as well. I mean, I haven't even started getting to the point of cutting grass around my fields yet and doing all of that. So I need to go get a bale wrapper over here. I kind of cheated a little bit. The map maker originally planned on you barging over to here and then having to travel over, but I made a little ramp for the barge to be closer. It actually worked out kind of well because there's a road over here that goes down for a bridge to be built across, and I just went a little bit off to one side of it and carved a path down to the barge. Climb up on the barge. Park this guy over here. I need to jump in my truck. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot you can do in this game if you like the, especially in the 22 version, if you like that building of the community and stuff like that. Once you're familiar with the basics, this map here, if you really want to get into it, you don't have to, let me rephrase, you can, to get bonus yields from your factories, produce power, so it increases their yield, have houses where people will show up as workers to make it so you get better yield from your factories and stuff. You really can do a lot with what Dave has done with this map. And if you don't want to get that involved with it, you can still do all the productions, you just won't get the same kind of yields. You like survival sandbox games? Well, if you get familiar with Farm Sim and ask any questions, the SGA community will definitely help out, where it's kind of the way this community is based. This is the ultimate sandbox map. Because eventually, when I start producing the materials, I'll be able to construct a bridge that'll go across this gap over to the other side where those trees are. Another bridge will go from there over across this port. And I won't have to use this anymore. I'll be able to just drive across. But I have to produce the materials to do that. Thank you for the follow, Baramu. Definitely, I will be playing a lot. Oh, Jesus. That got me good, Anonymous. Thank you for that scare. I do greatly appreciate it. The blood's pumping.
Yeah, what I'd recommend too is go to Steam. If you have Steam on your PC, go to Steam. You have, I think, double check me, but there is if you play it for less than 2 hours and don't like it, you can return it within 14 days from my memory search. Don't quote me for it. It's been a while since I did Steam.
I think it's just the 2 hours.
Is it? Okay. So if you set a timer on your
They
phone,
can't hear you.
on your watch. Oh.
Thank you for the air horn, Anonymous. Now go ahead.
Yeah, so set a timer on your phone or watch or whatever, your computer, for like an hour 50, hour 55. Give it a try. If you think it might be something you like, they have tutorials to get you started. Give it a try. You don't like it?
Yeah.
Refund it.
Yeah, I mean, it's, like I said, it is the ultimate sandbox game because you can do landscaping, you can plant in trees and change ground textures, place different buildings around if you want to. There is ultimately no end to your imagination is what limits you in this game as far as that goes. Is that you there, NBC? Thanks for the jump scare there, Anonymous. NBC. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they all ended up down there mostly. Yeah, I'm going to have to do a few tweaks to that Australian liquid trailer pack, but I think that'll definitely do what I want to do to it. I just got to make sure it's got the right bit settings for filling from certain things. I've already got the right... are you kidding me? Fill. I've already got the right fill types put in it with the categories. And then Super B. The other thing I want to do is make it so that you can colorize these instead of just the white. But yeah, Alex SCOM mods. Because this design, what I would do is I'd change this to plain and then give you a tank color option down here, if possible. But he's got a fair few like logos you can put on it. That, or I may just take something like this and have my logo put on it instead. And then I gave it a couple of different capacity options. But it picks up all of the liquids. Gamer Raven coming in, welcome in everybody. How you doing there, Raven? Plasma. I'm just still working on contracts because, you know, I was a glutton for punishment and decided I'd do Field 9. See you next time. You have to attend a couple meetings. Not a problem, Baramu. Hopefully we catch you again later, and like I said, you're welcome to ask any questions. Not bad. You did some first looks this morning. Nice. I see you were playing Plasma last. What else did you do a first look on there, Raven? Speaking of first looks, if you guys go back in my VODs, I did a first look on Redfall this morning. Yes, it is, Gamer Raven. Your time at Sandrock? I think I remember seeing that this morning when I caught you. I saw at one point, like it said something about Sandrock. But yeah, Keymailer gave me a Redfall key, so I checked that out this morning. It's definitely interesting as like a co-op shooter. I think that'd be something Big Daddy'd be right up the,
Oh yeah, man.
right up your alley, running around slaying vampires in four-person co-op.
Oh, heck yeah.
We're going to cut through some buildings instead of going all the way around. But yeah, that one's pretty decent. It's a Bethesda game.
Right. Nice.
John hooked you up with Sandrock. It's okay, but not really your jam in single play. You're waiting for multiplayer. Right on. The cursed Walmart. No, when I first imported that one, Billy sent it to me. When I first imported it, all of the lights were not on the buildings or light sources. The sources were literally pointing down from the middle of the parking lot. So I had to move them all back to where they should be. And I think when I was done, there was one or two light sources I couldn't figure out where they went, so they got deleted. It was the strangest thing. Everything else looked pretty decent when it first came in. All the textures were good and stuff. But the light sources, it didn't light up at night. Because all of the light sources were literally in little tiny rows in the middle of the parking lot. It's like, no, you're supposed to be on the light posts and on the building and on that building over there. It's all kinds of places you should be, not pointing down from underneath the parking lot. What, Billy? Well, you sent it to me, and I made sure it worked properly. Because I was working on my map at the time, and I wanted Walmart, because I've got a Walmart. So you originally just sent it to me, and then I made sure everything was good. If you don't believe me, I'll go look back. You don't remember doing it? Yeah, because I think you originally pulled it out of, you pulled it from the Uncharted files, I think is what you did, and you just sent it to me. If memory serves. Then again, my memory is always fuzzy too, so don't go off my memory. One too many hits to the noggin. From a frying pan. You haven't heard this one in ages, Raven? Well, there's a lot in my... Your memory hurts today, Billy. I empathize with you entirely, Billy. Let's see. Liked songs. Oh, sorry, there's only 1,100 songs in this playlist. Oh, damn it, wrong button. Alright, field 1. Nope. Further up the hill. Yeah, I made that mistake the first time when I came to plant field 1. I had my 9RX with the John Deere air cart behind it, and I turned down this road thinking it was to field 1 and had to pull a Yui on that road and come back. Not easy to pull a Yui through the forest when you're hauling an air cart. Been rather busy moving and building beds most of the afternoon. Ah, there you go, Billy. Always good to get a new bed here and there. You only get 91 in your playlist? Yeah, I've got 1,100 in my liked songs, and then I've got another 500 that are separate in my oldies list. Well, why don't you ask me, Bodine? Maybe I can help you instead of you bugging Billy. I probably can't, but I'll try. Yeah, I've got across all varieties, because I've got my oldies list as separate, and then the rock, pop, country. I don't remember all of these being in here, but all of these get added together. The rap stuff. I don't remember these being separate playlists, but apparently I liked them at some point. Well, fine, Bodine. I was going to try and help. Well, yes, gamer, but all of those exist on my other playlists. So, really, my liked list is just all of my playlists added into that one spot. There we go. That guy running. Get these guys emptied. Damn it, this game did it to me again. I was going to end like 45 minutes ago.
That
So I
computer
could go
minute
get
thing, huh?
Yeah. Well, I was going to go, you know, settle in to start looking at dinner options and stuff, but...
Squirrel.
Well, you know how it is. Ooh!
Oh.
More... Is that a tractor or a satellite? It's a sprayer, Raven. 120 meter boom. So, fertilizing. You want to put the SGA logo and streamer logos on the new End Dump trailer that came out today? You could probably just export them from here, move them over, and... Or I should say, basically, they're just planes with graphics on them, Bodine. So all you'd have to do is make planes with those graphics and put them into place on the end dump. Worked the same way. Thought it was going to sprout solar panels and stuff. Nope, wrong game, gamer. If it were like StarCraft or something, maybe. Oh, here's a game I haven't played in a hot minute. I never got all the StarCraft 2 and its DLCs and stuff like that. I kind of want to and play through it at some point. I used to love playing Warcraft, Warcraft 2, Warcraft 3. Still haven't finished StarCraft 2. Yep. You're a modding noob. Yeah, basically what you end up having to do is, you have to put in planes, create just basic planes, size them correctly for where you want them to be, and then attach a graphic to it. I know I say that like it's easy, but once you've seen it done a few times, it is fairly easy. I've got some odds and ends stuff I want to mess around with, Bodine, so tomorrow when I stream some Farm Sim, when I see you come around, I'll pop off and do a little bit of modding and show you how to do it, Bodine. Because like I said, I wanna make it so I can color these tankers. I don't like them just straight white like that. And then, like I said, I want to make sure I get Surfing Cowboy's trailer, because he's got the flatbed trailer. I don't think I put that mod into this folder yet. Are you still there, Dave?
Yeah.
The Orchard trailers, they're specific for a reason, I'm guessing, correct? I only caught some of that stream when you were going over it, so.
They are, because they won't work on one.
They won't work on more than one?
Nope.
Gotcha. That's too bad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah, I've got his mod. I just want to make sure I get the more up-to-date version of it, and then I will do that with a dolly for doing bales and stuff like that. Because I got to make some edits to this to make sure it works properly. I only kind of quick roughed it in as a way of bulk buying stuff instead of having to transport a ton of pallets. So same pricing, there's no discount on any of it. But, you know, if I want to get 30,000 liters of liquid fertilizer without having to buy 15 or 20 of the pallets, that was the intent of that, just to help save myself some time. But when I tried to use it the other day, it was freaking out, and I never finished testing it. So yeah, we're up to 535 harvested acres. Cultivated 12 already. Nice. It's weird. It's counting the harvested acres from the contract, but it's not counting like sprayed or sowed acres in contract. No idea. It's an odd one. 63% done that contract. Ah, so just the harvest contract that dropped your FPS by a half on Canyon Crossing? Yeah. That sounds like that one's a resource hog for... I bet you somewhere in the script of it, it has it constantly running instead of doing just very occasional checks. And it eats up computing power. Which is why you probably wouldn't notice it at all on a normal sized map or a 4X map, but this one where it's such a big map, yeah, it constantly updates instead of doing occasional updates. But honestly, I think with the better contract mods, I don't think I'm gonna have any issues. The last time I transported product in for Field 9, I was over 50% complete with the contract for transport. There's still a large amount of field here, and I've already got, a third of a trailer again. I think it's gonna be okay with just the better contract mod. I mean, I guess I'll find out when this field's done. I suppose I could always look at it in the save game file, too, to see how much it's expecting off the field. Sounds like Dave's getting his butt kicked by a mod. Hello, love.
Just slightly, but I'm almost there.
What
I
there?
think.
Any answers, boss?
No, sir.
Okay.
And it's past their business hours, so.
Yeah, I was just curious.
Nope. Nothing there. Don't expect one, to be honest with you.
No.
Ever. Sorry. Is that my outside voice?
Right.
Was that my outside voice?
You're saying your inner thoughts out loud?
Yeah, I am. Dang it. I hate speaking.
Well, see, all you have to do is say, I'm just following the president's example.
God. Where's
In-
my
in a-
ice cream then?
In a much less creepy way.
Right, where's my ice cream then?
It's not a joke, folks. It's not a joke.
I mean, is it really hard to be less creepy, though? I'm just saying. He set the bar pretty high.
Jeffrey Dahmer's probably less creepy.
They're probably related somehow. Anyway.
Well, could be. I mean, he does like to sniff people an awful lot. I've never seen somebody sniff people so much.
What is up with that, dude? I mean, my dog, when I had a dog, I don't think she sniffed people as much as that guy
I was
does.
going to say, yeah. I'm pretty sure my dog doesn't run around sniffing as many people as the president does. But anyways.
Now, if I go to anybody's house and his dog sniffs a lot, it's called Biden to be done.
Yeah. What's up, Biden? How you doing?
You're Biden away from
Yep. All right. With that, though, let's see. I believe Wheels is live still. He is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go give him a raid because supper is almost ready, and we plan on watching a movie tonight. We've been behind on the Marvel movies, and with Guardians coming out, the new Guardians of the Galaxy. My wife wants to go see it this week, and I go, well, why go see that when we hadn't seen the new Doctor Strange, we hadn't seen the new Thor, we haven't seen the new Wakanda Forever one there, Black Panther. It's like, we're like 5 movies behind.
You remember the shampoo that was called "Gee, your hair smells terrific"?
Nope.
No,
It's,
I don't.
if you Googled it, you'd find out that it's a real thing, and they used to go around sniffing people. I was checking to make sure Joe Biden wasn't in those commercials.
Nice. Alright, we're going to fire up that raid. Once again, appreciate everybody coming and hanging out. I'll be back again tomorrow morning doing some more Farm Sim. Hopefully we can finally get Field 9 finished then. Alright, they're not so grumpy. You did manage to sort it? Awesome. Great. Take it easy there, KW. Make sure you guys say hi to Wheels when we get over there. And once again, huge thank you to Mr. Pievs for the $25 dono. Greatly appreciate it, sir. And we will catch you guys all in tomorrow morning, probably. Depending on my sleep schedule, it could be very early. Who knows? We'll see. But take care, everybody.
Lados.